What's up, guys? This is Philip Dean. I'm an attorney in California, and I'm auditing the audit here. I'm doing some commentary on this First Amendment audit, be giving you my view. This is not legal advice, but I'll be giving you my view on whether the officers are following the law and whether the auditors are following the law and just kind of reacting. So here we go. Let's get into it. This one is Tyrant Cop Put in Check, Unlawful Order Fail by Watching the Watchman. He's got 321,000 subscribers. I just subscribed myself. 4,000 comments here. So let's get into it. Play the video. Dun dun dun.
By my partner. Nope, stay here.
I'm just walking down the sidewalk, sir. You cannot impede my travel.
Get
Stay out of my face.
Don't impede.
And stop giving me unlawful orders, because I'm not putting up with your BS either.
Nope.
Sir,
You're not walking up behind my partner.
am I being lawfully detained, or are you just getting in my face? Back
Oh,
up.
don't you love
I am
Mr.
back
COVID
up. You're
masks?
walking towards me.
This guy did a lot of videos during COVID. There's so many masks. Let's bring back the masks, guys. Bring it back. Bring it back. Here we go.
How's it going, guys? Watching the Watchman here, out with Amagansett Press, here in Moorhead, Minnesota, which is right across the river from Fargo, North Dakota. And today we're at the post office here.
Moorhead, Minnesota. Random, so random. There's a map like the post office. In a little town.
And as usual, we're going to take some video on public property. Moorhead. We're going to take some video here on public property and in the public building and see if the folks here respect our First Amendment right to do so. So we'll see how it goes. So flag looks like it's in decent shape. A little bit of fraying on both, but they don't look too terribly damaged. So I've seen worse, seen better. I know a lot of you guys are interested in the condition of the flag, you know, upkeep on postal property. A lot of them have, you know, garbage and stuff on the property too. Federal buildings don't really get maintained that well a lot of the time. But not seeing much garbage here today. And we'll see how it goes. And we're just in Fargo, like I was saying. And it seems like people in this area of the country are very prone to triggering or having a fit when they see someone with the camera. So we'll see if that's the same here in Moorhead. What's up?
This building was dedicated in 1959 when Dwight D. Eisenhower was our president. Take a look at the sign here.
So some signage here. Thanks for visiting. No more than 7 people at a time, and 6 foot distance. Oh, there you go. This one says required.
Yep, also says up immediately with no removal date. Limit the post office lobby to no more than 7 people at a time, and keep a minimum of 6 feet distance between yourself and others.
So this one was supposed to be down in May, and this one was supposed to be down in May also last year.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, all post office official signage will have in the bottom right corner a little up arrow and down arrow. The up arrow in the black here tells you what day it's
We don't
supposed to
care
be put
about
up,
the signage,
and the
guys.
white box with the
Thanks
down
for
arrow
trying.
tells you what day it's supposed to be taken down. These 2 signs were supposed to be
pretends
taken
to
down
care about this
May
crap.
31st of
I think it's 'cause he does
2020.
it so much.
Wow, a year ago.
It's him and his son.
No skateboarding or rollerblading allowed on the front door. I guess they don't want you doing that inside the building.
What are you filming?
Oh, here we go.
Sorry?
You're
Karen.
just walking around here filming people?
You're just
Karen.
walking around here, jumping in people's faces, asking them what they're doing? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Tell
you're cool, man.
Yeah, real cool, man.
Yeah, you're real cool. What the hell was that?
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota. Welcome to Minnesota, folks.
Minnesota. Never been.
There's only two people in this world that demand answers out of me. One of them passed away. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. And the other one's Mrs. AP. I get home time once in a while, too.
This guy's hilarious. I love his comments. He's got a quick wit.
No, but in all
With the beard.
seriousness, people are crazy.
Yeah.
I always say it, guys, like if you want to walk up to somebody and say, hey, excuse, what are you guys taking pictures of?
Didn't take long for somebody to set it off. As you guys know, there's always the one person who gets mad and runs in there screaming and yelling about how two guys are filming outside. And now I'm sure people coming out are going to be triggered on us now when they wouldn't have been otherwise.
Yeah,
If any
they.
of you guys live up here in the upper Midwest or whatever it's called, you know, North Dakota and Minnesota, you guys are sitting on a gold mine with the you know, amount of people who need to be educated about our First Amendment rights.
Gold mine, interesting. Maybe from all the lawsuits it generates. Or the views and the
She went in
videos,
there
I
and
don't
set
know.
everybody off already.
Or the
Oh,
education
sure.
itself.
Light it up.
May I ask why you're filming me?
I'm sorry?
Are you filming right now?
I'm actually not filming you, I'm filming the building.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
I don't care. I just wanted to make.
I know some young lady ran in there and riled everybody up in
Yeah,
there.
she
Sorry
really
about
did.
that.
No, it's okay. Thank you very much.
Apologize about
You
that.
have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you called it.
They got masks on and they're still worried about people filming them. That's just
Are you
bizarre.
guys with the news or anything like that?
Sorry?
Are you guys with the news or anything like that?
Oh, who am I speaking with?
I'm one of the supervisors here.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, we can't have any filming on postal property, unfortunately. If you guys would be so kind to please move from the premises.
You can't have filming on postal property?
That's
yes, sir. I do
incorrect.
apologize.
What makes
Yeah,
you
he's on
think
a
this is
public
postal
sidewalk.
property?
He's not on personal property.
Right here.
Not where I'm standing.
But they're making the customers uncomfortable. They're actually coming in and complaining. So if you guys would just be so kind.
Well, one person having feelings about what I'm doing. You know, if I don't like what you're doing, you're going to quit your job?
This is not an argument or anything like that. I'm
No,
just
it's
asking
definitely
you guys kindly. If you guys can just please leave from the front here.
I know, I'm willing to have a conversation with you. Have you registered your supervisor? I assume you're familiar with your Poster 7?
My Poster 7?
Poster 7 is...
Are you guys filming me?
I am filming the post office,
Okay,
and
can you
anybody
guys
who...
put the cameras down because it's absolutely rude, and never gave you guys consent to
You don't
do
need
this
consent
with
to
me.
film in public.
I'm
ladies.
standing on a public sidewalk. I don't need your consent.
Right.
And a matter of fact, I'm going to come into the post office and buy a stamp in a minute.
No,
I'm
that's
going to record my
absolutely fine.
transaction.
We definitely appreciate you guys as customer.
But I am going to be filming my transaction when I go in to buy my stamp as
No,
well.
you cannot do that.
I
That is
absolutely can.
No, you cannot.
I'm
This
trying
is
to
actually postal property.
I'm trying to, ma'am, I'm trying to explain to you. There is something called Poster 7, which you have hanging in your lobby. Every post office in the country has it hanging up. It's the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. Those rules and regulations give us express permission to do what we're doing. So you might want to check with your
I'll have
postmaster.
to speak with my postmaster
Right.
first, but like I'm saying, the
Or you could
customer is
call
a little
Homeland
bit-
Security. Homeland Security or FPS will
What
tell
is
you
it that
what
you guys are doing?
I'm just taking some video of your post office. I'm traveling the country, and
So the First Amendment allows them to record in public anywhere and in public buildings, anywhere that does not designated specifically that they can't record or that it's private or behind closed doors that are not open to the public. The duty is on them to create privacy. So even if they have the social security numbers, private PI, private information out in areas where everyone can see it, it's still not illegal to film. So a lot of offices just do not create privacy uh, because they're irresponsible. I went to the bank the other day and they had all my information just on a computer facing an open window that anybody could see. So this is a common practice. People do this, but it's their responsibility to create privacy, not the filming, not the auditor's responsibility to not film it. So this lady is completely wrong. The First Amendment gives us the freedom of press and to film in public places, especially on a public sidewalk and inside the post office. There is even a sign, Poster 7, that says anyone can film. and most of the people that work there don't read the signs. So let's get back to it.
I was going to come in and buy a stamp and document my stamp purchase. I keep the receipts as a memento of my trip.
Okay. No, I personally don't have an issue with you guys. Just put the cameras down because it's absolutely rude. And never gave you guys consent to do this to you guys. It's just
Neither does the post
customers.
office. Yeah, well, that's, people's feelings are what they are.
Yeah, but unfortunately, let me ask my postmaster just to make sure.
I'll show it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show it to you. That's why you have the rules posted right on the wall.
I love how this guy just like doesn't hold the door open for anybody.
I'll show you where it is. Where do you have your...
I do not think so.
Where's your poster 7 at? Here, it's right here. I'm going to show you the rules of your post office. I'm not looking to violate your rules. So this is poster 7. Hangs in every post office across the country. Rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. And there's a section here on photography, which gives me express permission to do what I'm doing in public areas of the post office.
Photography, what are you taking pictures
I'm just
of?
taking, I just told this young lady, I'm traveling, and I was planning on getting a little video of the outside of the post office. Then I was going to come in and buy a stamp.
There's a spider. Oh, okay, you got it. Oh, you got it.
Document my transaction.
You are not documenting the transaction.
Here's the rules of the post office, man.
I won't let you.
Well, then you're going to be violating my rights.
You're violating my rights. You don't have my permission
Well,
to
you
film
can call the police then and do that. I'm going to go buy my stamp.
You don't have my permission to film me.
You can call Homeland Security, Federal Protective Service. I actually, there's a memo
You
from...
cannot film me without my permission.
Sure.
No,
It's
you
actually the opposite. Your policy says that you're not allowed to film while you're on duty.
So he just mentioned a Homeland Security memo. I think it was in 2018. The Homeland Security released a memo saying that people can film inside of post offices. I don't know why that they released that, but they released a memo to the people letting them know. And auditors always reference this this Homeland Security memo where Homeland Security released a document saying we're allowed to film in the post office just in case. I guess poster 7 was not clear enough. There's 2 documents saying that and the Constitution saying that we can film in public. So there's 3 sources backing that up.
I can.
Who said I'm on duty?
Well, I don't know. You're wearing a postal uniform, giving instructions out to people, so that makes me believe you're on duty.
He wants to film while he's doing his transaction. I'm not waiting on him.
We're not supposed to have no cameras in here.
Yeah.
That's not true. I just showed you your rules on the wall. That's not true.
Those are old rules.
No, they're not old rules.
Call the postal inspector and ask
Yeah, call the
him.
postal inspector. He'll tell you I'm right. I'm not looking to violate your rules. I'm not looking to give you a hard time, but you guys have to operate under your
Violating my
mandate.
privacy, though.
Well, your privacy doesn't exist in a public place.
She's already got a mask on. What more privacy does she need? What are these
People are out of
hiding
their
from?
minds.
Seriously, there's cameras all over the
I
post
hope she
office
goes in the back and
anyways that
calls
we can
somebody because they're going to tell her
request.
she's wrong.
I don't give you approval for me to be on camera.
I just want to buy a stamp, ma'am.
I'm just telling you, I do not
Okay.
give you approval of me being
This
on
is a
camera.
public place.
But I can refuse to be put on camera. Yes, I
The
can.
No, you
law is not
can't.
going to back you up. Neither is postal rules.
Okay.
I operate under the law, not under my feelings. And odds are if the other lady didn't say anything to her, there wouldn't even be an issue.
This guy has bought
Will
a
you call
stamp
your
from like every
postmaster,
post
please,
office in
before
the
you make a
country.
mistake?
Madam, we just did. We called her boss.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. What's that person's name?
His name?
Yes.
Wayne Rowe.
Wait, okay, is he here? So you're going to deny me service?
So you called her.
Are you going to deny me service or sell me my stamp?
Where?
I just want to buy a stamp and leave.
You cannot film us. He
Shh.
said you are not allowed.
That's bad information. Call Homeland Security. Call Federal Protection Services.
Police.
They have no jurisdiction here. You have to call federal police.
When we call.
No, you have to call federal police.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
I got stamps.
So I'm just going to go up to the front, document that they're denying service, and then we'll deal with the police. It's amazing because you show them the rules in black and white. Their own policy, their own rules.
So as she denies him service, she'll be opening up the post office to a lawsuit for violating his civil rights to basically be able to conduct business in public. And the reason for the violation is just that he's filming, which is a constitutionally protected right. So that's a violation of his civil rights and his constitutional rights.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Can I help us next? Sorry, I am not.
I just need one stamp, man. That's all I'm looking for, and I'm out of here.
And you're taping me in the process, right?
It's a public place. I'm just documenting. I'm on a trip across the country, and I'm just documenting my stamp purchase. Not about you. Not interested in what
No,
anybody's
but
doing.
I'm on it, and I'd prefer my face not be on anything.
You got a mask on,
You
lady. What the heck?
understand?
Yeah, I understand what you're telling me. But this is a public place,
Because
man.
if I was in a public place, if I was somewhere else and someone was filming me, I'd say the same thing to them. I do not want my face on.
I get it, but that's not the way the law works, unfortunately. And I operate under the law. There's a very specific reason for what I'm doing.
You are infringing on my benefits,
On
on
your
myself.
Well, I appreciate you selling me my stamp. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. And now, we will go outside and wait for the police to show up.
Amazing.
These people are out of hand. They're nuts. It's really crazy. It's really insane, guys. I mean, what does this world come to? I mean, chime in the comments. Let me know what you think. You
Amazing.
see what's going on. You see how
As wrong as she is, at least the lady behind the counter had the sense to just sell us the stamp. Yeah, if she wanted us out of there, that's the quickest way about it, even though she doesn't know what she's talking about.
But then they wind up
And
beating that video with the bullet. So it's totally counterproductive.
what always happens is people always do counterproductive things, and
It's not a good idea. Children.
they don't want to be on camera, so they end up putting themselves on camera, acting like fools.
How's it going, bud? You know what that is? So what we do is we go to public places, take video, and exercise our right because you have
of not wearing a mask in a public place. But then again, I don't know. I try to stay on my right too.
courteous, always be polite, always be respectful. They'll have enough sense to go inside and straighten out these post office markers.
Hopefully they'll know what they're talking about.
All right.
That's
Mark.
Mark.
326.
326, are you training? No. Are you? No.
So they're usually required by their policy to give their name and badge number. They oftentimes refuse, but it looks like they gave their name and badge number, so we're off to a good start.
So I guess, what are you guys up to? Just recording.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys have,
I'll tell you, you know what, I'll cut through the whole chase with you
Yeah.
and tell you exactly what's going on. The post office employees feel like we're not allowed to go inside the post office and take video. They have something called Poster 7 on the wall. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, which is, Poster 7 is the post office's official rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property. Posted in every post office across the country.
okay.
So if you want to go inside and take a look at that, I tried to show
No,
it to the
I believe you.
supervisor,
I believe
but
you.
that gives us express permission to be filming inside. And what I did
Okay.
was I went inside, I bought a stamp,
Yeah.
I got a receipt, documenting my stamp purchase, and they seem to feel like there's, for some reason,
Okay.
we're not allowed to do that. So I suggested to them that being that you're city police, you're not going to have jurisdiction on this property. So I asked them, I suggested them they call Homeland Security or call FBS because those are the guys with the answers.
Sure. Yep. Because it's a federal building.
Right, but they
Yep.
called you.
Well,
So we were nice enough to stick around and wait for you because I
Yeah.
had a feeling you were on the way.
yeah, they just called and they said you're making some people inside feel uncomfortable.
Well, actually, we were out here.
Okay.
Before I ever went into the building, a woman walked by and started yelling at me for filming.
Oh, really?
And she went inside and created a stink. So that's the customer. She was
Oh, okay.
actually feeling uncomfortable with me filming on a public sidewalk.
Okay.
I wasn't
Okay.
even in the building.
Yeah, we just got called and obviously we got to respond to
Sure.
figure out what's going on.
So do you want to take a look at Poster 7 just for your own edification? I can show it to you and you'll know what it is going forward in the future.
Well, I
It's
can take
hanging
a
on
look
their rules.
later.
It's their
No,
official.
I'm not. I don't.
love to show it to you, just so you know.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah,
so-
no, you seem like you're on the same page, but it's just it's just good to have the information behind it.
Are you guys from town then, or?
No.
No.
Yeah, come on, you can tell by my accent I'm not from Minnesota, man.
Well, you got a Jamestown,
Don't
North
you know?
Dakota hat. Yeah.
I gotta start saying don't you know, right?
Yeah, tricked me there. So do you guys have IDs on you by chance?
I always have ID.
You mind to take a look at it, please?
I very much.
Okay, you don't want me to take a look at it?
No, why would I want to? Unless I've committed a crime. I mean, if you lawfully have a lawful reason to demand my identification, I'd be happy to give it to you.
Sure. Well, we just got called here. That's why I'm asking. You
I
mind if
got
I
you.
take a look at your ID?
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
So they're allowed to ask for ID, but you don't have to give it. Now, if it's a stop and ID state, like Florida is, and a few other states, you may actually have to give it as part of the stop. But I believe most states are not stop and ID states. I don't know about Minnesota, but we're about to find out. So these guys are in the right. They do not have to give their IDs. The cops always ask for the ID, but the Fourth Amendment gives us the protection of search and seizure of our personal papers and documents. And so, unless they have articulable suspicion of a crime being committed, then they cannot lawfully order you to give your ID.
Mind if I write your name down?
Yeah, I do mind. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, there's no nefarious intent, no ill will. We're not looking to cause anybody any trouble.
Sure.
We're just taking some video.
Like I said.
How you doing, Officer Lambert?
Good.
Good.
We
Can I
got
just ask your badge number, please? I know who was here.
319.
19. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Officer Lambert, you want to stand by with them? I'm going to talk to the fellow in court. Sure.
So let's go see what's going on.
Nope, stay here.
What? Am I being detained?
You're not free to go over there.
Am I being detained?
You are being detained currently.
I'm being detained? Are you sure about that?
You're
All right, so this guy just opened himself up to a lawsuit. He just detained them without any reasonable suspicion of a crime. And so he has now detained them, meaning that they are not free to move. That is akin to a kidnap. Under the law, a kidnap is putting someone in a position where they cannot move or cannot leave. And so he has now unlawfully detained them, violating his civil rights because there is no suspicion of an articulable crime here, right? Filming in public is not a crime. You could say that he's, to play devil's advocate, you could say that he's recording to get ready for a crime. Maybe he's recording the post office so he knows, where people come and go, so he can rob the place later. He's casing the joint, as they say, right? So, but the case law says that just filming is not enough to have suspicion of a potential robbery in the future. So this is an illegal detainment. He just crossed a big line here. So boom, that is one big line crossed. Bad. This guy's already going to get a bad grade.
not going to go over there and talk with the people of the other
If I'm not being detained, I sure am.
No, you're not.
So am I being detained?
Currently, you're being
You're
detained.
detaining me. I need
Yes.
your business card.
You can have my business card.
Yep. You're making a huge mistake. I would talk to your higher-ups, call your sergeant or
All
your
right.
lieutenant or somebody. You don't want to detain me unlawfully. I can guarantee you it's going to cost you dearly.
I'm telling you, you're just not going over by my partner. Nope, stay here.
I'm walking down the sidewalk, sir. You cannot impede my travels. Stay out of my face. And stop giving me unlawful orders because I'm not putting up with your BS either.
Nope, nope.
Sir,
You're not walking up behind my partner.
officer work. Officer work. Listen, I'm going to walk where I want to walk.
Nope.
And you're going to see, yes, I am. You have no...
So he can say that he's just trying to protect his partner because his back is turned. However, he still doesn't have the right to detain him unless he actually walks up on his partner's back and he feels like it might be threatening to him. So it's debatable. The police could argue here that his officer's back was turned, he's vulnerable, and he's just trying to protect his partner. And the other side of the argument is that it's an unlawful detainment because there's no suspicion of any crime here, and that but the police have some authority to protect themselves during an investigation too. So this is why these cases are interesting. There's a little bit of a gray area here. I don't know if I'm on the side of the police here or not. To me, I think it's more like an unlawful detainment, since there's no evidence that he has weapons or any ill intent, or he hasn't been violent to anyone, even raised his voice, or caused a disturbance or anything. So I don't think there's enough to detain him at this point or stop him from walking closer to the officer.
Am I being lawfully detained, or are you just getting in my face? Back up.
No, I am backing up. You're walking towards me.
Officer work.
We're taking off, man.
I'm not being detained. This idiot's trying to detain me unlawfully, standing in my face. You're in deep shit, buddy. You just fucked up. Major.
Hold on.
No, you did. You just fucked up. So why don't you
Now
just...
let's watch your language, okay? No,
No,
that is an
that's
issue.
my First Amendment right to say whatever I
you
want
can't
to say. Sure.
you can't disturb the public.
I'm talking to two police officers. You guys are grown men. You
Yeah.
can...
So cussing is not disturbing the public. We have a freedom of speech to say F you to the police. We can flick them off. We can give them the finger, and you can't be detained for that. There's been case law on this. It's been litigated, and that is part of freedom of speech. You can even flash your headlights to warn people cops are coming, and they can't get you for that. That is your freedom of speech, a freedom of expression. So not just speech, but also expression. So he can use any language he wants as long as he's not physically threatening them or threatening someone else. Then he can cuss. The officer is wrong here about disturbing the peace. That he's talking to the police. The police are not the public. So disturbing the public, even if that were true, that cussing was, he would have to be cussing to a public member, not to the police. They are government employees. They're not considered to be the public in this case. So the cop is wrong here.
She might be offended by it. Somebody else walking by.
Well,
might
don't
be
solicit any issues.
Okay, now you are starting to solicit issues.
No, I'm not
okay?
starting to solicit.
So we're
This
gonna take
this gentleman just forcibly stood in front of me and impeded my walking down a public
Okay.
sidewalk and unlawfully just placed me under detainment.
So we know what you're trying to do here. Is
No,
invoke-
you don't. No,
invoke
what I'm trying to
something,
do is
so-
find good officers, and I guess I found a couple of tyrants here today.
Okay.
And you should straighten this young lady out on the rules of the post office.
We're not going to argue with her, though.
Let's go. You guys are free to leave.
If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay.
Okay.
Call Federal Protection Service. That's what I would suggest to you. We'll have the conversation with people who know what they're talking about. You screwed up.
We're out with them.
Yeah, adios, buddy. Kick rocks. Later, Lambert. Learn a lesson today.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to.
Don't let your ego kick in, Lambert. It's a bad mistake. You have no idea who I am, and I'll eat you for dinner, bro. Just have a nice day and take off. See you later. Bye. Adios. Toodaloo. Go find some real crime.
Police just got
And Officer Work, nothing with you. You were being very respectful and courteous and professional. I appreciate that. Lambert over here needs to learn a lesson, and I'm going to teach it to you. You're going to lose your little unmarked car there, Lambert. You get knocked down a peg. Fool. Bye, fool. Adios. See you later. Clown. So that officer's name, for anyone interested, is Matthew Lambert, badge number 319. His office phone number is 218-299-5120. He is an officer with the Moorhead Police Department, which is located at 915 9th Avenue North in Moorhead, Minnesota. As I always say, guys, I invite you to call up. You have every right to seek redress with your government. If anything you saw here just disturbs you or bothers you or gives you any cause for question or concern. But if you do call up, please remain professional, businesslike, no yelling and screaming, no cursing. Don't follow my stupid lead. But really, be professional. But if you have questions, you have concerns, you have something, an opinion you want to express, seek. USPS wouldn't get here for 3 hours anyway.
Yeah. And if you have feedback for either of them, check it out for yourself. For free is to subscribe, turn on notifications.
All right, guys. So Officer Lambert just opened himself up to a big lawsuit. Who knows how much these settle for? Could be, I don't know, $50,000, maybe nothing. There's no, money damages here. But my guess is he'll file the lawsuit and the police will settle, basically pay him to drop it. So this guy's getting paid from YouTube and from these lawsuits. Interesting. And he's finding tyrant police officers who don't respect the law or respect people's individual rights. So good job exposing this tyrant police officer. I would have been more respectful to the officers myself, but his style is a little bit more in your face. He's from New York. Most people from New York are kind of jerks like that. So what are you going to do? All right, guys, I got to fly in my face. I'm out of here. Peace.